Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Jeff, aka GCurse here. Welcome to another GCurse Reacts. Today, I do not have a DSP React. That's right. I figure I've been dunking on our boy Phil for a few days now. I figure I'm going to let him take a little bit of a rest. I'm going to let it just kind of build up for a few days, because that's the one thing about our boy Phil. He's always going to give us content. So you got to let it kind of percolate and kind of just build up. That way the flavor is at the best. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take a few days off, and we're going to wait to see what kind of shit our boy Phil can get himself into. Anyway, let's get on to it. So I figured if I'm not going to do a react to our boy Phil, I'm going to do a react to something I love, which is Transformers. TJOmega, he recently did, a video about every Transformer toy of a dead character. Now, before I get on with that, as always, I like to give a little bit of just like a little hint of how my day was. Today's picture, ladies and gentlemen, wait, wrong button. Oh, sorry about that. Aha. Today's picture is of me on the city transportation heading home. As you can see, the clouds are actually starting to move in. Today's like this evening was like one of the first cloudy evenings we've had for quite a while, so it's a nice change. However, as you look off into the distance to the south, you have the nice orange coloring, but as you move more towards the north, it kind of goes from orange to a goldish yellow color. It is a nice. Oh, I forgot to turn my camera on. There you go. It is a nice picture. Off in the distance, you see that red dot. That is actually the clock tower here in the city of Kelso, Washington. The clock tower is part of the train station, which you can see in this picture here. And the river is the Cowlitz River. Yeah, I think it's Cowlitz River. Yeah, Cowlitz River, yeah. Okay, sorry. Anyway. But yeah, I just thought I'd, give you guys that little insight about what my day was like. Work was awesome today. Work was awesome. It's going to be more awesome tomorrow. Why? Because it's Friday. You work hard, you get to rest hard. Wait, does that make any sense? Anyway. As always, if you like what you're watching, which I hope that you are, feel free to click that subscribe button. I'm gonna tear into this guy if need be. TJOmega, he's one of the more established YouTubers in the Transformers kingdom or fandom or whatever you want to call it. And I tear into Phil. I tear into everybody. If I get upset, I'll tear into them. Now, when it comes to dead Transformers, I have a few of them. I have like 5, I think. And here you go. There you go. And wait, wrong button. There we go. So here's my collection of the Studio Series 86 figures. Now, I actually have 2 that are not photoed here. That being Studio Series 86, Optimus Prime, and Swoop. I have not had the time to get them out of the box due to work. So they are staying on the second on my shelf of figures that still need to be unboxed. This is on top of a major shelf that you don't see in this picture that is just packed with figures. So I could literally like unbox a figure each day for the next 5 months possibly. That's how many I have. But yeah, so when I get Optimus Prime and Swoop unboxed, you can definitely, I'll definitely do a update photo to add them to this photo. So I have, let's see here, 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 5. I was right. I have 5 of the dead figures. I have from the left to the right. I have Prowl far left, Ironhide right next to Prowl, diagonally from the back of behind Ironhide is Ratchet. Down in the front next to Blur is Brawl, or Brawn. And then on the far right, second row, I have Dead Optimus Prime. So I actually have a few of them because I love Dead figures. It adds a whole new level of realism to it. I like the idea. I fucking love the idea of a good Dead character. You could also do the kind of have Ultra Magnus, which is the dude in the far back, the red, white, and blue colored guy. You could actually have him kind of be dead also because he actually falls apart. I would honestly rebuy each and every one of these figures again if they came with a dead variant. I would love to see how they could kill these characters off, you know. Let's see here. Blur. Have him have like half his face just blown off. Or, let's see here. What's another one? Springer. The bright green guy right there. Yeah. Have him like, you know, just like have his chest be torn open, you know. I am a very visceral type of person when it comes to my imagination. And that's the thing I just don't get with the collectors nowadays. They don't like the dead figures, and to me, I fucking love these guys. I love these guys. When I was younger and I would play with my Ninja Turtles, for example, I did not imagine the Ninja Turtles beating Shredder and then them running off into a sunset like half the people nowadays do. No, I actually imagined the Ninja Turtles brutally killing Shredder. These are murderous goddamn robots. Why wouldn't they kill each other? You know, like that's the thing I just don't get. It's like really you're getting upset that we have robots that can just kill each other, but you don't want these figures having damage and all that. It blows my mind. It blows my mind. But anyway, I hope you are about to love like this react. And like I said, as always, feel free to click that subscribe button. And let's do this. Wow, I did it all in one move. Awesome. Anyway, let's get on to the react, shall we? Okay, everybody. So let's get this video going. 3, 2, 1.
Before we begin, thank you very much to Starlight for joining the Patreon campaign. Yeah, if you haven't noticed from the outros, I have stars on the mind a lot this year. But thank you very much for the support. I do appreciate it. Every bit that goes into Patreon helps keep the channel going, keeps the daily content coming. And yeah, I deeply appreciate it. Like, even a little bit per month helps me out tremendously. So thank you very much for the support.
Okay, if I understood correctly, this guy owns a store and he's still asking people to support his Patreon. And apparently it doesn't matter to him because he goes like even $1 can help. Dude, if you have your own business, fuck it. Let's just continue on.
So, let's talk about dead characters.
Yeah, let's talk about dead characters.
Every time Hasbro does a toy of a dead character, we all just kind of laugh at it and go like, oh my god, that's so morbid. And like, do you even realize how many times we've gone through this at this point? Do you have any idea how many times we've done this? So I thought, let's actually just take a look. How many times could they really have released a toy of a dead character?
Okay, let's take a look at this, shall we?
You see the length of this video.
Okay, yeah, this is what shocked me because I'll be honest, I thought that there was only those 5 dead characters that I showed you in the previous segment. So apparently there's going to be a shit ton more because this video is over 21 minutes. So there must be a lot of other figures, which makes me wonder, like, where the fuck are they? I want these guys.
So for starters, I'm just going to mention this is probably not all of them, but this is everyone I could think of. And yes, technically there are other characters who have died on screen and they have toys, but these are specifically toys that are designed to represent the characters either dying or in a state of no longer functioning.
Dead, in other words.
Bit but you know what? Like, it's just amusing they make toys of these kind of things. And obviously, since it's the most famous death in Transformers, that does mean that Optimus Prime has had his. This is the first one I think.
Okay, I'm gonna be honest. I understand that, Optimus Prime's death was, it was a major thing. But let's be honest, who had a more creative death here? Optimus Prime or Starscream? Yeah, they both died. But all Optimus did was he turned into a fucking gray version of himself, and his head kind of did that. So Starscream literally turned to ash. He literally turned to ash. Yeah, it's sad that they both died, but which one was kind of the cooler death? Let's be honest. I hate to say it, I like Optimus Prime. Don't get me wrong, I like Optimus Prime. But Starscream turned to ash. And not only did he just go like poof, no, it looked fucking painful. Like you had, I was about to say something. You had Starscream kind of like in pain, and you literally saw him chipping away until he, just collapsed to the ground. That looked fucking painful. In comparison, Optimus Prime looked like he just kind of rode off into the sunset, where he was just like, you know. I'll be honest. I think that that Starscream's death was a little bit cooler.
We really took notice of. This is MP01 repainted into what they called sleep mode Optimus Prime.
Okay, I'm gonna be honest. That cab, no, not the cab, the trailer looks awesome. I like the translucent plastic of that trailer. That looks fucking awesome.
Though, weirdly enough, they just can't help themselves because it's still got a little bit of color to it, in particular on the hip.
Hey, nobody's fucking perfect.
But they're trying. They're trying. You get the idea. There was a future attempt. The Earthrise Optimus Prime also got a repaint.
I got this figure this last summer. I finally bit the bullet. It was a little bit, more than what it was originally on Amazon. But I am glad I got this guy. I've been wanting him forever, but I just kept kind of sitting on it, and then I pulled the trigger, and I'm actually kind of glad I did get him.
Accurate with the color here. This one is one of the few times they actually have sculpting to represent the damage. So, okay.
Yeah, I do have to admit, I like the sculpting to the head, the damage and everything. I actually like that.
To that scene just fine. It's still kind of twisted and morbid, and it's a little.
Okay, I'm gonna say this, and I know it's gonna upset people. It's only morbid if you let it be morbid, and it isn't us. It's you. You're just kind of soft. You're kind of soft. I'm guessing that when you played with toys when you were younger, and you had He-Man versus Skeletor, or G.I. Joe versus Cobra Commander, or Leonardo versus Shredder, Optimus Prime versus Megatron. When the good guys beat the bad guys, I'm guessing you were one of the type of people that they ended up just running off into the sunset. And that just doesn't work like that. Enemies kill each other. They kill each other. Is that my fault? I'm not that morbid. It's you. You're just too soft.
A little unsettling. Amusing in a weird, twisted way. Now, funny enough, even though this is the most famous event in Transformers history, these are the only two that really represent it. There are other Black Optimus Primes that aren't Nemesis, but they aren't directly meant to represent this scene. They just happen to be black or gray Optimus Primes. Starscream, on the other hand, has a...
Oh my god, that looks so fucking awesome! Now, granted, I know that there was Ghost Starscream toys, but I never really seen them. But that looks so fucking awesome! Holy shit!
paired with a black version, which may or may not have represented him after he had gotten blasted and charred. I could have sworn there was
Blast
a
and chart, I like
Starscream
that.
toy that had that similar shot done, but I couldn't find it in time for this video. Regardless, here is the first, done from the G1 mold, and of course that's the most obvious one to do.
It looks awesome. I
This
gotta say that. It looks
continues on. There
fucking
are
awesome.
a lot of translucent Starscreams. Even World's Smallest got in on this. The smallest transforming Transformer had a limited run prize figure that that you could actually win a completely translucent Ghost Starscream. This contest only had 5 winners, none of which seemed to take photos of it, so the only way we actually knew what this looked like was through Generation photo books. This was so rare, no one was even sure until the photo book released what the toys was, what the prize actually looked like. It's a fascinating little bit of history, and the smallest of the Ghost Starscreams. Until we get to the end of this particular part of the video, you'll see. Classics got one as well, and this is kind of where I acknowledge that, translucent plastic is terrifying to me for very, very real durability reasons.
Okay, now here's the one thing I constantly disagree with. Everybody's like, oh, translucent plastic's dangerous. Translucent plastic is dangerous. I actually have the translucent version of Mirage from Siege. And the people are like, oh, it's translucent. It's only delicate if you fucking handle it like a goddamn gorilla. Of course, anything's gonna break if you're having a... Of course it's gonna fucking break. If you're careful with your goddamn toys, they're not gonna break. How hard are you fucking abusing these figures if they're breaking on you? Jesus fucking Christ. I hear people just constantly, oh, it's translucent plastic, it's translucent plastic. It's only at risk if you're fucking it up, dude. Jesus fucking Christ.
But I have to admit, a lot of times it is very, very pretty. This is a really, really neat looking Starscream toy. He looks like he's made.
It's more than neat. It's fucking awesome. Look at that. That thing looks nice.
It terrifies me. I am confident these toys are all time bombs.
Only if you're fisting it like a goddamn pimp to his prostitute. If you're careful, fuck it, I'll be right back. I'll show you the figure. Hold on, I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I have the figure. I'm going to switch it over here real quick. Here he is. I'm not sure what the correct term is. It's like Hollow Mirage or Stealth Mirage. I'm not sure what you really want to call him, but I love this figure. I've had this figure since it first came out. I think it was like 2018, 2019. Never had one problem with it. Granted, I don't really interact with him that much, but he is still, it feels awesome. No problems at all. I love this figure. And people, the way I view it is that people treat translucent figures like this like oh god, paranoid people treat black cats. People hate black cats because of the connotations that black cats bring bad luck. People treat these translucent figures basically the same way. And like I said, unless you're just fucking beating on these things, of course anything's gonna break if you beat on it. But if you're careful and you treat it with enough respect, it's gonna last you, you know? Okay, back do we go. But that is a nice figure. I like that. That is a nice figure.
But I will admit, when they actually look good, you know what? That just kind of continues the trend. Masterpiece Starscream. Now, oddly enough, I think...
Now, I never got into Masterpiece at all because they're never in my area. But if that's... I may want to get into Masterpiece just by looking at this.
And it's so much denser that the translucent nature isn't coming through as well as it did on the deluxe mold. It was a weird little shift, you know? Like, it still looks neat, and it's a very obvious repaint to do any Starscream to, but it's just kind of weird where this one seems cloudier, thicker, like denser, in a way that the classics wasn't. So it's not hitting that same like, ooh, that's pretty. It's more like, ooh, there's a lot of junk in those toys. Now the most recent one that we know that we've gotten was packed in with a Beast Wars release, and that was the 2-pack of Waspinator and Starscream,
Oh my god, that
representing
looks
the
so
episode.
nice. Wait, it's a he said recent. Hold on. I'm gonna hold on. Hold on 1 second here, guys. Let's see here. Okay. Let's see here. There we go. Big bad toysword.com. I'm curious, do they have it? Because if they have it, I may order it because that's recent. I always wanted a ghost Starscream. I always wanted a ghost Starscream. So, let's see here. What ghost Starscream? They said Beast Wars, or he said Beast Wars. I think. Okay, I don't know what the fuck I'm looking at, but that's not it. Okay, hold on. Transparent Starscream. No match. Okay, hold on. Let's go back to this and see if we can get a.
So Possession. This one is accurate to how he appeared in Beast Wars, right down to the red Decepticon symbols, which is a very neat little touch. Nice attention to detail from Takara. This one is again hitting that kind of crystalline effect, though.
Yeah, it looks fucking awesome. I want that figure. I want that figure. I need that figure. Hold on. Okay, here, let's go back to this. God, Beast Wars Starscream. It's sold out. Oh, sold out. Come on. It was only $69. Oh my god. And I missed it. I missed it. Well, I hope that they get it. I hope that they'll get more. Let's see here. Let's go to Amazon. Let's see here. They may have it on Amazon. Amazon is America's marketplace. Okay. Amazon.com. Okay. Do they have it? No, they don't. They have this 2-pack. But I don't see it. Uh. Oh, here it is. How much do they want? Sale by option. $84. Oh, I gotta wait. 16, 17. Oh, I gotta wait. Wait, that means if I can't get it now because I'll have to wait a couple days because I don't actually get off work for the winter break until the 19th. Here, let me actually zoom in. Here, let me zoom in. There we go. So they actually have this $10 delivery December 16th to the 17th. If I wait but the thing is, I'm afraid that it's 82% though. Positive over lifetime. Ugh. I just noticed that. Yeesh. What about this one? Wow, this is 83%. Yeesh. I may have to go to Amazon or eBay. Let's check eBay. But like I was saying though, I don't get off work for vacation until not 2019 until December 2009 December 19th of this year. I'm afraid that if I order this thing now, it would arrive before I'm on break, and I don't want to risk it being stolen. That is a nice figure, though. Look at that. That is a nice figure. Let's go to eBay, though. Come on. But that is a nice figure. That is a nice figure. How much are they? Really? Nobody on eBay has this thing. Wow. Okay, hold on. Let's just kind of narrow it down. Let's take a premium finish. Okay. Okay, we got the Hasbro Takara. Oh, we got this one also down here. $94. What's the 100% positive with the 4,000. When would it ship? Estimated between the 9th and the 14th. That's a 5-day window. Yeah, I could do it. I could do it when I get on break if it's still for sale. Okay, so it is. It is. They do have it. They do have it. So I may actually place an order for this figure or this set. I like it. I like it. Okay, so let's do this. Back to this. I'll just close this out. Okay. Okay, let's continue on.
The forearms not being translucent is kind of distracting. It looks like the ghost is wearing oven mitts. I'm not entirely sure why. Well,
Hey, to each their own. I can understand where he is coming from, though. I can understand it, though. Here's the logic that here's the way I view it. What if this version of Starscream was partially being resurrected by Unicron, and something happened and it left Starscream kind of like in that, semi corporeal form, like where only half of him is solid, like the hands. I can understand that. I'm not really going to dunk on the figure that much because the figure looks fucking awesome.
and that is all palm plastic. The palm plastic is the stuff they use for high durability joints, like hinges and ball sockets, to make sure that they last a lot longer than they would if they were standard ABS, which would grind down a lot faster. It's basically made to handle the friction of transformation a lot better than most other figures. So yeah, these translucent figures are a really good way of telling what parts are palm plastic and which ones aren't. Because Takara very well knows if they made every piece of plastic clear, the toy genuinely would fall apart very quickly. They know the stuff isn't great, but they still use it from time to time. The oddest one might be the Combiner War one, which is literally just an aerial bot, with a Starscream head. We did talk.
I'll be honest, I have 99% of all the Combiner Wars figures. Even though this one looks nice, am I going to try to look, search it out and buy it? Nah.
Really does not feel like Starscream. It's really just there just so they have an excuse to put another limb on the Grand Galvatron toy. So it's whatever. The weirdest and the smallest Ghost Starscream on the entire list happens to be this one. From Titan's Return, it is a Starscream head that comes with, appropriately enough, the Octane figure. This is actually a pretty genius way of utilizing this toy. So, remember, this is one of the characters that for the toy. It's a great play on those episodes. I even love the fact that the shoulder peaks that are originally there for the Optimus Prime version of the mold, you can now use as Starscream's like collar, pauldron. I don't know the intakes, the jet intakes that are sticking her up around his head. It's a genius little move. Like, it's a genius little inclusion. So yeah, it's probably the oddest Ghost Starscream of them all. Probably the oddest dead toy on the whole list. But don't worry, I am including every Starscream I can think of in this list, which means I am also including the Starscream from Energon. Because, of course, in that series, yeah, he was technically a ghost, made partially corporeal, But yeah, he was given the appearance of a ghost, which is conveyed here very well in the minor uses of translucent plastic. It's just a genius little figure. It looks great. Like, okay, even me as the clear plastic hater, I can't hate on this toy because it's doing something really super clever. And technically, every version of Energon Starscream does represent the same dead Starscream. So that includes the repaint of the Armada toy. That includes the Build the Rule figure. That includes, oh, what was the other one? That even, I guess that even includes the Energon Starscream, the Energon Starscream repaint. Yeah, Transformers has one of those like Super Saiyan Blue, Super Saiyan stupid things. Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan, like it has one of those stupid things. And it's the fact that a lot of characters in Energon were renamed Energon name. It's weird. Point being, really cool design, really cool figure, really cool use of the clear plastic. It's a ghost. So, we've gone to ghosts. Let's move into zombies. Just in case you have a particular phobia against zombies, this is where we will leave you. Have a good day. Thanks for watching. Beaten up, clear, translucent purple plastic going on. Yeah, it's just super, super creepy to represent his TerrorCon appearance from Transformers Prime. I think this one gets worse because we actually saw it happen. like, like we saw him become a zombie. We have the San Diego Comic-Con version of the toy.
Oh crap, I didn't realize my mic was off. I'm wondering how long it was off for. I'm sorry, guys. But yeah, that thing is a thing of beauty. Look at that. Look at that. Look at the head. Oh my god, that looks awesome. That looks awesome.
Which gives it slightly different paint apps, a little bit more detail going on. But the big draw here is the dark energon he comes with, both the big spike of it and the little piece that can clip into his chest, which is such a genius use of the parts. That's probably one of the best like effect parts I've ever seen a Transformer have, because it's perfect. It's absolutely perfect. But it gets worse as the corruption continues. We're back to clear plastic.
Oh god, that I'll be honest, that is not really doing it for me at all. I'm not sure why. I love, like I said, I love transparent figures, but this one, I like the one that we just saw. Give me more of that one.
Energon, and just showing his full zombiness. We never actually saw this in the show. He maintained his red look throughout the show. This is more a what if this had just continued. I even like the stock photography version, which is all opaque plastic. That would have looked really cool too. I kind of wish that had come out. That I would have gone after. This one was okay. I could take it or leave it. If you didn't want to spend that kind of money, you could get the smaller one too. They did
Jesus
Terracon
fucking
Clip Jumper all
Christ, look at
translucent
that.
purple the same way in his Legends class toy. Oh, I'm sorry. At this point, it was Legion class toy.
Who the fuck
So
names
yeah,
these
probably the most
classifications? Holy
prominent of
shit.
the undead Transformers there were, probably because it's the way
First
they
it
kept,
was
it's the
Legend,
way they
or
kept
Legion,
Cliffjumper in the show a little bit
Legends,
longer
make up your
without having
fucking
to pay
mind.
The Rock. That's how it goes. Of course, in this series, it wasn't the only one. Now, we had a whole episode about zombies in Transformers Prime, but none of them actually had toys. But there was one in that episode who did, and that is the Silas Breakdown. This is kind of creepy. So we have a human stuffed into the chest, built into the mechanics of this, as he is originally the pilot of this husk, and eventually would die within it, leaving just a zombified corpse of Breakdown. Super freaking creepy. Potentially the creepiest Transformer we've ever had, simply for its backstory and the details sculpted into it. Very weird, very very unsettling type.
It looks kind of cool
Of
if you
course,
ask
not
me.
the only
I like
undead.
it.
We've got a few more of those. We have the
Oh, I
Sparkless.
have that one.
These are from the
I
Netflix
had that
line,
one.
and they have some of the most incredible deco I've ever seen on a normal
Agreed.
Transformer release. Look at this rust pattern all over him. It's insanely detailed for something that was released at normal retail price. Or normal retail price, but just like this should have been like, this is the kind of deco I'd expect on an exclusive or a premium piece, not something I could just rock up to Walmart and buy. Yeah, and it's just super creepy. It's hurt by the fact that it really needed some retooling to really show more damage and all that, but I think just being a repaint, they did a really impressive job. I actually like this one better than the Sparkless Seeker. The Sparkless Seeker just looks way too clean. He just looks way too.
Okay, a little known fact. After my mom passed away, I lost, because it was such an impact on me. Uh, it caused me to just basically stop doing everything I like to do. Collecting Transformers, I stopped doing. Playing video games, I stopped doing. Just everything I love to do, I stopped. This was my first figure that I bought when I got back into collecting Transformers. And boy, am I glad that I did get this figure. This figure is a nice figure. Granted, I can understand TJOmega where he was talking about the deco on the previous figure. That one's better. But for some reason, I like this one. I like this one a lot.
Clean. I'm not getting the zombie off of him. Like if you looked at it, he just kind of looks like a dull green version of Acid Storm, which is not all that impressive as a figure. It's okay for what it is. It's fine. He's fine. He's just kind of a guy. He's just kind of a guy. This is about as most as I could say for the Sparkless Seeker. It's not conveying it nearly as well, like as the Autobot one. That said, he does come with a couple extra zombies. I tried to remember it. Singe and Caliburst. I hesitated to even include these because they are accessory figures, but these are not depicted in the Netflix series, so they're really just accessories. Do I count them as zombified versions? Are they actually undead? I don't know. But just for the sake of being complete about this list, as complete as I can be, I'm throwing them in. This brings us to the most recent ones, because this was a whole line for some morbid reason.
Okay, so I will correct myself. I originally said I only had those 5. I did not think of the sparkless figures. I did not think of them, so make it about 7 that I actually have. And there's my boy, Braun, getting the shit kicked out of him. Oh, I love this. I loved when I got this figure this last summer. I loved it. I think I even did like a Target deliveries video this last summer when this figure arrived. I love this figure. I fucking love it.
Starting off with Buzzworthy and then just becoming a normal Target exclusive, we have the 4 Autobots who are on board the shuttle to Autobot City when it got attacked and raided by the Decepticons. That includes Brawl, who you will note is not
Or
taking
Brawl. I
blast
thought it
to
was
the
Brawn.
shoulder like he did in the movie.
Wait, is it Braun or is it Brawl? I thought Brawl wasn't Brawl one of the one of the guys that made up God, not Menasor. Not Devastator. Oh, God, I can't recall the name. But I am curious now. Here, hold on. Let's do this. Okay, let's pull this up. Because I thought this guy's name was Braun. Hold on. Braun. WM Transformers. Yeah, I thought it was. So this is Braun. He just must have just accidentally called him Brawl. Unless he said Braun and it sounded like Brawl to me. Let's do Brawl Transformers. Brawl G. Because I think he makes up. Oh God, I can't recall. Yeah, it's this guy. God, what's the one that he makes up? It's the one that's kind of that's uncontrollable. You know, Bruticus. He made up. He was part of Bruticus. Yeah, this is the guy. I can't wait for in the next trilogy, the Age of the Primes. I think that's what it's called. I'm hoping that we get Bruticus. That'd be fucking awesome. Okay, so let's switch out like this, and then there we go. And then let's continue on.
Because there isn't enough mass there to put a plug in for it. All the shoulder parts make it too thin to actually plug an effect part on, so close to the shoulder, best you get. But it is brawn in the process of
Okay, he said brawn.
being offlined. Prowl got the exact same treatment. What hurts me is this is the only Prowl toy that is in all solid plastic. So I still have fears over my Earthrise one with his translucent knees especially. Would have really, really liked to have a solid plastic version had.
Once again, this goes back to me saying if you're careful with your figures, they're not gonna break on you. If you fucking slap it around like you're beating an ex-wife, yeah, it's gonna break then.
Like, it was so easy to get a discount at Target, and then they just did another one. And again, like, I can go to Target right now and find
Okay, I'm this is one of the things that just pisses me the fuck off. People always assume, like, if their Target has a massive, amount of these figures, it must be a failure everywhere. And that's not the goddamn case. It's not. I have a Target about 4 blocks from where I live. They had these figures once in the early summer. I was lucky I had mine shipped to me. I went there after I got mine. I saw it there, and I was hoping that somebody will get it, And then after that, I don't think I've ever seen them again. People always have this stereotypical idea, like, well, if they're overflowing at my Target, that must mean that this product is a failure everywhere, and it's not. It's not. It's just different stores get different amounts of product. How is it that this guy owns a business and he doesn't realize that? Every store doesn't get the same amount. Every store, it just does. I have 2 Walmarts in my area. I have 2 Walmarts. One Walmart got, although albeit very fucking late for some reason, they got all of the Toxitron collection. However, the other Walmart got none of them. Don't fall for this idea that just because one store may have an abundance of a toy, that it means that those toys are, that they're not popular, that they're not being bought. It's just your store may have got a shit ton of that figure, but other stores may be struggling to, even get them stocked because they're in high demand.
whole stacks of them. No one ever asked for this. No one ever wanted toys of their characters.
Okay, this is the one thing that fucking pisses me off. And it pissed me off when I was younger, and it fucking pisses me off now. Nothing drives me up the wall more than when somebody talks on my behalf. Motherfucker, you don't know me. You do not know me. You do not know what I want, what I do not like. Do not speak for me. I hate it when nobody asked for this. The fuck they didn't. I want these figures. I love these motherfucking figures. You know what would have been awesome? You know what would have been awesome? That Ironhide, the dead Ironhide figure we got last year, I think it was, with Prowl. It would have been fucking awesome if he didn't even have a head. Megatron blew his head into the next lifetime. That's what we should have. We should have had not Ratchet, Ironhide, not even with a peg for the head. No peg, no nothing. It should have just been gone. It should have just been gone. Literally just shoulders down. Don't fucking say nobody asked for these things because I motherfucking asked for these things. This is what I hate about. This is what and I know this is like a rant, and it is. This is what I hate about, the elitist of this goddamn fandom. They talk like that they want. They talk like they are talking for everybody. And motherfucker, this guy is not. If you like these figures, hey, awesome. I'm proud for you. If you do not like it, that's your right. But don't fucking talk on my behalf. It drives me up the fucking wall when people do that shit.
Dying. Now, I could see this gimmick working if the damage to his windshield there, if that was just a piece. Like, if I could take a shell of the windshield off, and underneath is another version of the windshield with all the cracks and the damage, the exposed inner workings, and the holes for the blast effects. Okay, that would work.
What's wrong with this thing? I may have misheard him, but didn't he just say that he wishes he could literally take off the panel where the window is, the chest is, and have the chest have all the damage? Then what's the fucking problem with this? If you're literally removing this, but you're still wanting the damage, then what the fuck is wrong with this? What the fuck is wrong with this?
That would actually work. It'd work like the old Jurassic Park, dino damage gimmick, where you could take a hunk of flesh off of him. That would work. But no, we have this. And they did it to Ironhide too.
Okay, now this is what I'm talking. Ironhide should have just been missing his head. Like I said, he took that fusion cannon straight to the dome. There was nothing left. That's why he had a closed casket funeral, ladies and gentlemen. Jeff, you're being mean. My child Stop being weak. Stop being weak. It's a cartoon. It's a fucking cartoon. If you're getting this bent out of shape over a fictional character getting his head decimated, then you haven't had that much to suffer in your life. You haven't lost people. If you're getting this bent out of shape over a goddamn cartoon, really go outside. See what the real world is like. But anyway, as I was saying, this would have been fucking hilarious if he just did not have a head. No head at all. And what I actually tried to do when I first got this figure last year, I actually tried to transform the figure and just kind of rotate the head into the chest cavity. Can't do that though. You can't do that. It would have been fucking awesome. I was actually hoping that they could so I could display it. And here's dead figure, here's Prowl, and here's Ironhide. And Ironhide doesn't even have a head. He doesn't even have a head. I was hoping we could do that, but sadly, we cannot.
Of course, and why, oh why, is this the only version of this mold that has the yellow stripe?
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. Jesus fucking Christ. Hasbro goes out of their comfort zone. This is the thing that pisses me off with a lot of these elite Transformer collectors, because they try and speak for all of us, which, like I said, drives me up the fucking wall. Hasbro goes out of their comfort zone to try and do something different, because people like these guys will claim, oh, Hasbro doesn't do anything, they're stagnating. Hasbro tries to go out of their comfort zone, does something different. Oh, we don't like this. People like this is why Hasbro is in the constant shitter that it's in. Hasbro doesn't do anything different. In Siege, they introduced battle damage. We don't like this. It's not right. It's not good. Once again, they said we, and you're not fucking speaking for me because I love the battle damage. Hasbro stopped doing battle damage. Hasbro once again goes out of their comfort zone, does dead figures. We don't like this. I swear to fucking Christ. People just can't be happy to get something different. It's the entitlement that people have nowadays. And it just drives me the fuck nuts because I like these things. I fucking like these things.
I like that Studio Series Ironhide toy. I think it is very, very good. You're telling me that even as a small Voyager, you still didn't have budget for one stripe.
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ.
I get frustrated over very silly things. Do not
Yes,
mind
you
me.
do. You fucking do.
Let's close it off by looking at the movie stuff because there is a lot. There's a lot. I mean, if any series is known for its fatality level, it's the movies. So yeah, let's take a look at the one toy they did to represent one of those, and that is Jazz. Now, on its own, it technically does not represent a dead character. However, this is a toy that specifically includes the ability.
Jeff, why are you laughing? It's not right. He killed Jazz. Jazz antagonized Megatron. He antagonized. Oh, let's stop fucking pussyfooting around. He antagonized Megatron. You want a piece of me, motherfucker? He was in no position to be talking shit to Megatron. Megatron had him dead to rights. What did he do? He kept talking shit. And this is what you get. You want Jazz? No, you get 2 Jazzes for the price of 1, motherfucker. Next time a fucking evil robot has you in its grasp, don't fucking talk shit to him.
To rip it in half, and then the top half has an extra accessory to add a flailing spine to match his death scene from the original movie. I would argue this might be the creepiest thing on the entire list, maybe more so than the Silas, because guess what? Like, none of them actually have such a visceral detail included. This is like having any figure that has like a ball jointed midsection, giving you the ability, giving you like a replacement part. If you want to pop it in half and stick like a ball piece in there that has a bunch of guts and spine hanging out, like that's a Mortal Kombat toy. I'm sure it's a Mortal Kombat toy out there.
Fatality.
But for Transformers, that's a little extreme, I think.
It's only extreme if you're too soft. If you're fucking too soft. I go back, my original argument still stands. He fucking pissed off Megatron. He fucking pissed off Megatron. And this is the shit that happens. You want a piece of me? No, motherfucker, I want 2. Oh, that's priceless. I don't have any of the Bavers figures, but I may look for this just for that. Oh God, I love that. I fucking love that.
But surprising enough, that's the only one from the movie lines I can really, really find. But I am going to close on one we almost got, because there was almost a Sideways that was going to be done as a multi-pack for Target, along with 3 Legends class RC sisters. And he was going to have the battle damage to represent the slash all the way down the center of his vehicle mode. He has these like bright orange inner parts to his transformation that are to represent like him burning up from within. This is again another creepy deco, and again mid-death.
But it's not as entertaining as Jazz's death. I think this guy got off fucking lucky.
Which is freaking weird. The toy was canceled. There's a photo of a package example floating around out there. You can find it on TF Wiki, but that's really the only thing we have. So One of them, at least, ironically, got spared. But the rest is a morbid history of Transformer toys that are no longer with us. So I'm sure there's probably a few out there I missed. You're free to let me know how much I screwed that one up in the comments section below. But for now, I think this is a tight little list and a weird curiosity for the day. Thank you everyone for watching. I will see you next time.
Okay, so that was, there you go. That was the the video from TJOmega. I'll be right back with my final thoughts. Okay, so final thoughts time. Overall, I actually learned a lot of stuff. I learned that I want that fucking transparent Starscream. That Starscream looked fucking awesome. The downside is I may have to go to eBay because I don't trust sellers on Amazon that have like 83 and 86%. I'm sorry, I don't trust that. I don't trust it. I just don't. Also, I learned that there is a Jazz figure with a dangling spine. It's morbid of that. I would want that. But let's just be honest. The only reason Jazz got killed was because he pissed off Megatron. I'm pretty sure Megatron would have still fucked Jazz up, but he would have torn the guy, given him a little brother, basically. You know, when you are literally being, possibly facing your own death, and it's at the hands of a superior enemy, don't fucking say, "Do you want a piece of me?" Because if they can, they'll tear you in half. And that's what happened to Jazz. Jazz fucked around, and Jazz found out. Other than that, it was a decent video. The one thing that really pissed me off was the fact that he said that nobody wants these type of figures. And like I said, that drives me nuts when people speak on my behalf. You don't fucking know me. You don't. Do not speak for me. I don't speak for anybody. I don't say, "Oh, this person, these people don't like this and they do like." I don't speak for you because I don't know you. But yeah. And if you get this goddamn upset over a robot killing another robot, your life is pretty blessed then. You have not seen what the real world is like. Okay, so that was my react, and as always, if you like what you watch, click that subscribe button, and I'll see you next time. My name is Jeff, aka GCurse, wishing you all a great day. Stay safe, everybody. Peace out.